making sure that you have some evaluation formats figured out for yourselves. So who's familiar with SurveyMonkey? If you have not heard of SurveyMonkey, it is free, it is easy to use. If you have email addresses of people who you want to get feedback from, you can set up a little survey, and the sky is the limit in the way that you're able to set up your survey questions. So you can put a picture on there, you can do all sorts of things, and it's free. Did I mention that? Free. This is not hard to do, but having some of that figured out for yourself about what you're actually trying to test and who you need to get that information from. It may be that you want to do that stuff in person. Mona, because you have people coming in and out of the store all the time. Well, and for you, Steve, too. I mean, you've got live bodies that it may not make sense for you to be doing an online survey. You may want to be getting live interaction, but having the questions figured out ahead of time so that you have consistency and maybe even some wording options. You might want to ask the same question a couple of different ways to try and get the answer, because we all respond, we all read things in different ways. So again, I'm happy to help with any of that if you want assistance. And there are certainly, all of you help each other. That's the big part of all of this, is to think about what you're trying to get out of this and how you can get the most effective data for yourself so that you can actually do something with what you're learning along the way. So that's where we're going to go next. Spend another 5 minutes really digging into the question that you started on this last exercise, but what are you trying to measure? So for Steve, this is maybe not the simplest question. Are you trying to measure what people are learning? Are you trying to measure whether they buy something? Whether their family gets engaged in craft development? I mean, there's all sorts of things that you could go down the road of to decide that you're trying to measure. Or it could be, do they fall asleep? Like, do they stay awake during this presentation? I mean, it could be as simple as that. And for Tim and Dolores, I imagine you're thinking about, how are people buying? What are they buying? How, are they responding differently to different pictures and different options? And certainly, Mona, same thing for you. How are people engaging with my stuff? What else can I do that I'm not doing now that I might want to try, that I don't know whether it's going to work? Steve and Mona could have a mind meld about demonstrations and sales and all of that sort of thing. And all of you guys thinking about how to use the gallery 1, 2, 3 space in different ways could be playing into some of your prototyping and how you're measuring what your relationship is to a place of work going forward. Do you need space? Do you want space? All of those are things that you might want to measure in this prototype, because they're going to help you make decisions about your life going forward in relation to your work. So 5 minutes.